Today the code we want to do is to get our local CSV file to move into AWS MySQL database, and then to get the Power BI to connect with it. Okay, so next page. So you can see the infrastructure we built at least. So we will create the VPC here at AWS, and we also have a security group for firewall settings, and also in RDS service, and we create MySQL. Okay, why we create this MySQL database? We want to move the local Excel CSV file into MySQL database, and we can use this software near DB. And after we finish this, we will let our Power BI to connect with the MySQL database to do further analysis. Okay, let's move to the next page. So the purpose, we can say that the purpose here is that data preparation is the first step before analyzing. So many companies and people like to store data areas and take it as a raw data table. If we can gather this Excel raw data into database, we can enjoy the benefit of integration data. And if the database is located, it also means that you can do job in any place at the ear of the from home. And this time, let's go through about scenario by some tools that are easy to use. Okay, so here. The tool and the environment we will use is the first one is Excel CSV for our basic data set. DB is a SQL client software application and the database administration tool. And AWS RDS is a distributed relational database service by Amazon Web Services. And we will to set up a security group is Amazon firewall solution that performs one primary function. As the user MySQL database is an open source relational database management. And finally, we will use the visualization software and Power BI in an interactive data visualization software developed by Microsoft with primary focus on business insight. So the first thing is that we want to see the Excel CSV as a local PC, just like this. Let me show you. Let's see. Okay. Here is the data in my local PC. We will move this into the MySQL database. Okay. The next page is, so this code we will create AWS RDS MySQL database. So we can set up MySQL relational database for the cloud, my performance availability setup, the general enterprise database with realistic, cost-effective or open source database of Unix. So let's move to the next page. So the thing we want to counter is the most important is to allow VPC connected to the public access. So in the connected, we will select public access. Okay, if you want to connect, let your local PC to connect with the AWS RDS and also to configure the firewall. So the first thing you must know what is your IP, what by IP you can use the Google, find it out, and he will give you your public IP address. You know that the internet provider will provide it random, where the number will change at any time, at every time if you want to connect. Okay. Also back to the security group. So you must edit the inbound rule. Okay, the inbound rule here you must set up. So inbound rule here is the public IP you have already guessed. And here is the TCP/IP port we will MySQL data is very important while you set up with the database. If you want to let the DB event connect to, this will be very important. So let's go next page. So the endpoint is let you know the information of DB event until they connect to the database DB. So you can use the database and to find the endpoint and copy. This will be used as the page at the DB event. Connect to supermarket configuration, connect the setting. So the connection setting, the server host is the page I show you that. Let's move this. Okay. Into 360. Okay. Admin the password. Then if you okay, you'll find that the database will be created here. You can see that. Okay. Here is the thing I had already mentioned, and let's move to AWS to do it. Okay, let's move to our AWS management console. And we want to create an RDS. We can choose from the RDS or from this. As I have already used it for many times, so RDS will show in here. So I click here. No. So this time we want to create a database. Okay. How to create a database? Let me show you the thing that I said before. So create a database. Only to show you that. Okay, create a database. So standard create. You want to use this time is MySQL here. So use MySQL. But here the most important here for free charge for 1 year. So free here, you must choose it. Okay, for the setting, you give the database name here and the master username you will key in to control this database. Also, if you want to connect to that your DB event to connect to, you must have this. So here's password for the time. You choose the password you want, then confirm the password. Okay? That's easy. So we don't want to change it. The most important thing is connected. So in here, you can see that the connectivity you will provide a virtual VPC here and give you a default VPC. You must remember this number and you will use it with the network. The next important area is here. You must choose yes. Public test. Okay? Public test. So default. Okay, to use the default, you will give you a VPC security group. To finish this, the most important, let me repeat again, is public access. Okay. The other important thing of connected in connected, you can see here before VPC and the public access. And he will give you the security group and you will see that. And the important thing is that you want it here for free charge. Okay, after finish this, you can create traffic. As I had already created, so we don't want to use it. Okay, let me move back. As I had already created one DB here. So here's the DB I created. Let me check inside of it. Okay, the database here should be inside. So connectivity security, you can see that endpoint. Here is very important. Endpoint and the port 3306 will give you. And the other one is copy asset so that your local PC can have access to here. Okay, here's for security group. Okay, the security group will give you easy security. You can find from here. And also you can see here. Security group here. So also you can design inbound rule. You can see here. Inbound rule. Edit the inbound rule. You can find the security group in EC2. Between here is this one. And this is for your local PC to connect. Okay, let me show you where this is from. We can key in my IP. My IP address. You can see here 118.165.126.193. 118.165.123. So this is correct. If you don't set the same with your local PC cannot connect with our MySQL database in the cloud. Okay. So this is it. So this will be okay. Everything set up is okay. And let's move into the DB Ever to see how to connect with our database. Okay, let's move into the DB Ever to see how to connect with our MySQL in cloud. So let's click here in one. Here's for MySQL. Place it. Next. And here's server host. Let's say we say that how we want to use it. Okay, the port is 336.06. Or 3306, and the database name is before is for supermarket, and username is so when we finish it, we can connect it. So we can see that supermarket has been already created. So let's check it for the connection. So you can see that here we did it before. So this was server host 3306 supermarket as the main and the package. Okay, okay. So we have already get it. So next one is to create a table. So that let's move to the next. And now we can see that the DB Ever and MySQL has been already connected from here to here. So next step is we want to create some table and move into MySQL to let MySQL have the data. And now we want to do is to create a table and import data from PC's CSV. Let's, for example, to create a table named country. So here region ID, state ID, country ID, and country name. The primary key here. And then after this, after create the table of the country, we will import data from PC's DVD also named country. Okay, let's move it. Let's go to the DB Ever here and supermarket table, and we will create, maybe here we can create the country here. So let's create the table, select the table, and do a new SQL script. Okay, we can write down some SQL script here. And now here is our SQL. Okay, let's execute it. Okay, well executed. So let's refresh it. We can see country is here. Okay, let's import data from country. We'll right click and import data. To the place we want to import our data. The country is here. Country, and open it. So move to next step. Table mapping. So country CSV and target the country. The same. Let's go next one. Okay. Table data loading setting. There's the auto generated correct. Okay. So next, from my year country CSV to target container here. Let's proceed. So already transferred. Great. All the data has been transferred. And so we can check whether the data is correct or not. Let's to see the country here. Double click. So the region data here, they have already put in their country name. So this means that has already successful. Okay, and now moving to the Power BI connect to AWS MySQL. By the way, if you are the first time to do this, please download driver from here. MySQL get download. How to find here? Okay, let's use Google to find the result. So here, basically we will have the Power BI connected here. So I do community to find that, and community will give you the answer. Okay, latest one. No, this is old one. To find the latest one. Okay, and the current version is here. Download from here. So this I show you as now. After you download from here and to install it, and then you can use the Power BI to connect with the MySQL. Okay. Okay, let's open Power BI here to get the data. Get the data from others. What we want to get is from MySQL. MySQL database here. We connect to. It will give you the server and database. So again, let's go to see our server name here. database is supermarket. And make sure and it has been selected or this all the table we can see. So if you want to take a line to put all of them into your Power BI, then import it. So the order data has already been here. Category character ID, country name here. So let me show you that. You can see that country name and country ID here, two colors. Okay, now we are successfully to put the data into Power BI, so we can do the further analytical job. So the code is okay. Okay, finally we finished all our jobs, and the last one is connected Power BI to MySQL. And all the tasks we have already go through. The first thing is here to create MySQL database and to let our local PC to connect with MySQL through DB server, and also we can connect it. After the process, we also create some tables here and to move the data into MySQL database. We have already finished this already. And also, finally, we do that Power BI to connect with MySQL. And before we connect it, if you are the first time you connect to MySQL, you must download some driver. We call that connector. And after we connector is ready and install it, and you can connect with the MySQL database easily. So the final will be Power BI to MySQL is where we do. So thank you very much for you to listen to today's code. See you next time. Bye.